What's going on, guys? Welcome back to our Life Out Loud podcast, and this one is going to be good.
Spicy.
We're excited to do this one. This one is cheating, ghosting, and growing the hell up.
I think this is the nitty gritty.
This is the nitty gritty of them all, guys.
This is the nitty gritty of all of them.
Yep. And you know, this just goes to show like where you're really at, I feel like, as a person.
Yep.
And
where you thought you might have been.
Yeah. And like when it's really time to grow the hell up.
Yeah.
And it's not them, it's you.
Correct. You can project all you want, but
right. You could sit here and play victim and project, and you know, this is a you thing at this point. So we really just want to dive into what that looks like, our experiences, and try to help you, you know, move forward through these things.
I mean, you look at it and we might as well dive into it, right? The cheating aspect itself, right? Emotional versus physical cheating, and what are the differences, and does one outweigh the other? You know?
Well, yeah, because I feel like everybody puts it in perspective to man and women's perspective is different on this, the emotional side and the physical side. For men, I think I don't know. I think it's all wrong.
Yeah.
But like men is more can do, like when I find like a man's emotionally like cheating, because, you know.
Well, for me,
it's easier for men to be like physically cheating, I think. When
course.
a woman's emotionally cheating, oh man, you better.
It's long gone.
Yeah.
But again, when you look at cheating as like a whole, like let's not break it down. There's micro cheating, there's cheating, there's so many different ways that you can interpret cheating, but like the emotional part, I think for me, if there's an emotional cheating happening, those are the types of situations that tend to drag out longer or tend to last a long time. Whereas like a physical cheating where it's just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. It's kind of like this happened.
But is it physical? Is it like, okay, you go out with your guys, you're at a business trip, and then it's like physical, you just meet somebody, boom, and then you never talk to them again. Is it usually that scenario, or is it more emotional than physical?
In what aspect? Like,
I think it starts off emotional.
Yeah. I mean, of course, first of all,
this is like crazy for me to say, but if it could be like a physical one-time thing, like sometimes that's not as bad. Like don't know, don't hurt. Who knows?
But
like,
shit, is it really just one-time thing? Because
that's what
when
I'm
you
saying.
can get away with it, you're like, damn, I just got away with that.
And then I'm going to do it again.
Like, damn, I really just got away with that.
Right.
And nobody thought anything.
Right. And it's like I said, say you're on a business trip, you never see that person again, they never see you, your partner never knows about it. You forget about it, but then then it keeps going.
You remember it. You internalize it. You know what you did, and you're ignoring all the things that brought you to that point. You know.
Well, that's I think what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like what brought you to that point? Why did you think it was okay to? Yes, they never found out, but you're gonna look your partner in the eye and disrespect them, and lie to them, and say, "Oh my goodness, like no, the trip was great. We went out to the casino, we played cards, we went to the bar, and you just omitted the end of the night as if nothing ever happened."
Yeah.
You know?
Now, why do you think that is? Like, right? Do you think sometimes people just like make mistakes? Like,
No. I think you can make a mistake, but I think first of all, cheating is a choice.
People can be like so happy in their relationship and where they're at, and then like make that one wrong decision, or do you think it stems from so many other things?
Well, I think there's a two-part to that. I think first of all, cheating is a choice. Loyalty is a responsibility. And I think when you're in a relationship, you have a lot of responsibilities. And choosing your partner every day and intentionally choosing them every day is part of that responsibility. As far as the mistake, do mistakes happen?
What about when alcohol's involved, right? We're going to separate the two real quick?
Go ahead. Let's separate them.
So let's separate. You just said that based off of like sobriety, right? Like cognitive.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So, but I also think when you're incoherent or you're under the influence, I think the truth really comes out during that. I think the subconscious and the things that you've been suppressing for so long come out even more so.
You're right.
There's no hiding that. They always say,
think it's like a lose control situation? Or do you think it's like don't care more?
I think it's don't care. I think it's like don't care. These emotions have been inside of me, and here I am drinking. But don't utilize that as an excuse either.
No, we're not. Right. But like we're just kind of breaking it down.
Right. So when
people utilize it as an excuse.
Of course, because I was drinking, or it didn't mean anything, or What do you mean it didn't mean anything?
I don't even know who she was. It was stupid.
They just throw these excuses out there. And like I said, people can make mistakes. And I think forgiveness and grace can happen. But when there's a pattern set, you're deliberately choosing over and over and over again. And when you don't change that behavior, that's a problem, Do
you think that people can change? Say they've cheated like a lot, like throughout their lives, and then you think that people can change, like starting in a new relationship,
right?
Like, all right, I just don't want it. You do.
I say that because, and I'll use myself for example. I might not have been the best partner throughout my years, and
like the most faithful.
Right. And I'm not afraid to admit that. Mm-hmm. But I think after my most recent long-term relationship, which was a couple of years ago, I went through a lot of internal things where I was like, I need to figure out what it is. And that's part of the healing process, which we'll get to. But I think I realized I needed to figure out what was it with me or where were my insecurities, or what was it that caused me to do these things, right? Yeah. So I made a conscious decision to say, I never want somebody to feel the way that, I never want to feel the way I made people feel,
Right. And you don't have to physically cheat.
No,
the emotional little texting, the flirting.
Of course, it's, and
I think people do that so much more in a relationship than the actual physical side, right?
Of course.
Because this makes it okay.
No, but it's...
Right? And you're not physically touching anybody. You're not like, right? And it's just like...
Yeah, but if your partner has boundaries...
if you're doing that the whole time in a relationship...
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's to a point where it's like, we say, oh, social media is the conduit to cheating. No, it's the person itself is utilizing social media to obtain that attention, to obtain that validation. Because for the most part, when people cheat, it's to confirm or validate the way that they're feeling about themselves, or how they perceive themselves. I mean, it's really an ego thing. It's maybe not so much they're missing something in the relationship, but they're running from something in their relationship. And when you cheat, you're pulling the wool over somebody else's eyes now. Mm-hmm. So
let me ask you this. Like, me, I'm on social media a lot, and it's a lot of everything. It's mindset, but it's body image, because I'm in the fitness space too. And I guess I'll use myself as an example. It's the only way I could use it. When people are commenting and respectfully, right? But always, giving you words of affirmation, right?
Right.
And then how do you think the best way is to navigate that? Like, it's to just not answer, to just...
For you as a woman?
Yeah. Or how would you want
my partner?
How do you feel?
I think if there's a mutual understanding and there's communication around that space, or listen, if your partner is really believes in you and believes in what you're doing, they're going to encourage that stuff.
Right.
They're going to encourage, listen, babe, go do your thing.
Right.
Because you have to have the confidence, in your relationship. You have to have the security to say, my girl's going to get these messages. Right. She's going to get these posts. She's going to get these likes. That's okay. Right. What's not okay is when you start entertaining that behind their back, or messaging that individual, right? I could use an example of somebody that I was talking to. Somebody reached out to her. The guy's got 500,000 followers on Instagram.
Right.
I found out about it. Uh-huh. I questioned her. She lied about it at first, continued to lie about it, and finally broke down, because the truth always comes out. Yeah. I'm like, why would you even entertain somebody? Why did you get to the point where you're now
explain
messaging?
Entertaining. Like, if I say thank you, right?
No.
That's not.
I'm talking.
You mean like entertaining?
I'm talking in the DMs.
Yeah.
How you doing? Here's my phone number type stuff.
That's totally
saying thank you is fine.
Right.
It's letting that individual know, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate you supporting my business.
Right. Right.
Beyond that, beyond that, to me, it's entertaining it.
Yes, yeah. And then that's where the gray area is, why people think it's okay, or they don't,
It was downplayed so much. It was like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It does mean something.
It does.
It means something.
It means something to me, actually.
And then I said, what is it? What was it? And they were like, I don't know.
Nothing.
Money, maybe? The money? I said, money? That guy doesn't care about what you have. He doesn't care about you as a person. You did it to validate something that's missing inside of you. Mm-hmm. You did it to be like, okay, I feel good that this guy who has all these followers is reaching out to me and me only. Stop. You're one of 600,000 that he's reaching out to.
Right. And I think I might even know who it is, because is it like somebody that wants to help with working out and nutrition and stuff?
Not really.
Okay.
No, yeah.
So yeah, it's about entertaining, really.
I mean, when you talk about cheating in itself, everything that encompasses it, right? The truth behind cheating, gaslighting, omitting the truth, all of that stuff. Like gaslighting has been like this new buzzword, but it's been around since 1938.
You looked it up.
I looked it up because I'm like, where does this word come from?
Yeah, why is there
1938? There was a play that an individual, forgive me, I don't know his name, he had, and this girl had found money or something like that, and he was trying to gaslight her into, telling him what was going on. So, I don't like to throw words out there, especially buzzwords, but that stuff is real. Like people will try to convince you that they're not doing something and then make you feel bad when you confront them.
That's been happening since I've been in high school. I think.
It's and to me, it's like the worst form of I don't want to say manipulation, but it is. It's them trying to convince you and having you believe that what you're feeling isn't valid or what you're feeling isn't to be true.
Right.
Stop.
Right.
You don't come at me sideways with this story to make your history the truth when it's just nothing but a lie, you know?
Right. How do you think that you can, rebuild any of those lies and, backtrack? Do you think that the person has to be honest and just be
Do you mean repairing? You mean repairing a
it.
relationship when take cheating in its whole, and what comes with that is the stories, the lies, and in reality, it's, can you come back from it? Yes, but I think it takes a really
effort, a lot of
a really strong effort to build something that once was destroyed by some sort of storm. And how do you rebuild that? And that's especially in today's world, it's people are afraid to be vulnerable and put in the work and be like, all right, this is who I am.
The other person forgive and forget, and then let's just move on. I won't ever do it again.
Right.
But with that comes all these unlimited beliefs that the other person now is everything just triggers them. And it's how do you work through that person's triggers, right? So say you cheated on me and I forgave you, but now things little things are just, but I believe you have to forgive kind of and move forward too. You can't torment the person.
No, of course.
But I think you have that effort of really listening to your partner and how they feel.
It's the daily behaviors and the patterns and the work that has to be done, because forgiving someone is me saying, I forgive you. Now the ball is in your court. I need you to show me how much this means to you. And I think that's where a lot of people run in relationships. The individual who did the cheating run, because now I'm holding up this mirror to you saying, here is the truth. Look at it and face it. And for the most part, cowards will turn around and say, nope, I'm out of here. And they'll go look for somebody else who doesn't see them for who they are.
Right.
They're going to hide in those shadows when you brought light to them, not trying to shame them or not trying to belittle them, but to say, listen, I care enough about you where I'm going to show you who you are and we're going to build this together. And it takes a strong person to look right in that mirror. And I was there. I was there and say, all right, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to uncover who I truly am because you're trying to show me in the most graceful way possible.
Well, it's because usually the other partner is emotionally unavailable. You know what I mean?
The unavailable.
Yeah, the emotionally unavailable. I'm sorry, please forgive me, but I'm emotionally unavailable to try to walk you through these next steps. I just want you to forgive me.
What makes someone available?
Yeah, right.
What makes them available? Where are you available? I have found myself in a situation, I will not time frame it, but I was in a situation where and you know about this, where I discovered that this person who I was seeing was actually in another relationship. And boy, was that I don't want to say a shock. It was like, what the heck? How did I get here? How did I get months into a relationship and not see any of the signs?
Well, some of you know and some of you don't know what Pete does for a living. So that's even more mind-fucking.
No, I know, but you know what it was?
Wait, me?
Yeah, do you know what it was? Because I wanted to believe the good in people because that's where I was at in my life.
But
I was like,
the person that you are, where you've been in life, you've been
yeah,
at war practically your whole life with what you do. it's like probably such a mind twister for you.
Oh, it blew my mind. But then
you're just like,
but then I was locked in.
I'm the smart. I can sniff out anything.
But then I was locked in, and then the truth just unfolded and unfolded and unfolded. And at some point, when you're in some sort of relationship like that, words can only go so far.
Right.
Actions matter.
Right.
And you can forgive and forgive and forgive, but if the pattern is the pattern, it's never going to change. In fact, that same person, when we first met, told me that they were in some sort of situation like that before. And I still put myself in that position.
Well, that goes back to my question. Do you think people can change?
I do, but like I said, there has to be a pattern of behavioral change. Mm-hmm. It can't be, I'm going to change. No. Show me you're going to change.
Your actions, your behavior.
I believe in you.
And that's, I think, what people don't realize. Like, behavioral patterns are all I live for. All I diagnose a situation is based off of behavior.
Correct.
And character.
Correct.
That's it. You could say, and even actions really sometimes aren't, but your behavior is your actions, but like it's the pattern of your behavior that will literally either make or break a situation.
Of course, because it's so easy to throw buzzwords and performances out there and dress manipulation up as something that it's not. And like, when people gaslight you, it's a defense mechanism, and like they don't want to take accountability, so they're dodging everything around it. And I only ask in a relationship for honesty, respect, and loyalty. And when lies start getting pushed out there over and over and over again, and there's no behaviors, like you said, to change that, well, then I have to have enough self-respect to walk away.
Well, right. Like I said, my morals are like loyalty, lying, and then cheating. Or no, I'm sorry, lying and then loyalty. Like, because you're lying so much prior to your being.
Of course. I mean, women.
When you're not being loyal.
Of course.
So it's like.
Like from the perspective of, and I'll use it from a man's perspective, when a woman looks at a man and looks as if she can do no wrong, meaning no matter what I do to this person, he'll always be there for me. That man is lost. There's no win for him. Meaning, if you've been disrespected as a man and the woman continues to do that and the man keeps crawling back, he's basically giving unimpeded access to his home, to his heart, to her, and she knows it.
You think it's different?
In what aspect?
Flipped.
No, it's probably the same.
Yeah.
I would say women are the same way. I think that's an emotional.
Do you think, I have a good one.
Uh-oh.
Do you think men forgive if their lady cheats on them easier than women forgive?
No, because men look at it as, men will say,
like that's
did
mine.
you, it's a possessive thing. Women are like, do you love her? So women like
men can't forgive that.
Right.
Why is that? Explain that to me. Break that down. I get it, right? Men are just, it's like an ego thing.
I'm on the side of, I'm trying to, first of all, nobody wants to be in a situation where they're being cheated on, but I look at it where it's like a man has like weird, I think it hits their heart and their ego a lot more than maybe their emotions, because it's like, what I mean by that, it's like, what did I not provide for you? Like, what wasn't enough? Was it not the food on the table? Was it not the protection? Was it not the safety? What was it that made you feel like you needed to do this? And now I am pissed. Like,
which I get.
Like, I am pissed, like to the point where it's like,
you're using just that word.
No, I am.
And
it's like a roller coaster of emotions, because I should be feeling the betrayal for a man is like the worst case. I'm sure for a woman too. But when a man feels betrayed, it's like, now you're at war. Like, you betrayed me and we are legit at war. That's kind of where I stand with that.
I always like to like the cavemen and back in that time when the women stayed back in the cave and the men went out and fought, and like that's I think what identifies the difference between male and female. It's like, we were the communicators. We stepped back at the cave with the moms and the kids, and we were the nurture, And it's like and you guys went off to war, like with each other, and fighting for everything. And I think that's what it is, the internal warfare.
Yeah, I have when cheating and gaslighting and at some point when we were talking about growing the hell up, like when you allow it to happen over and over and over again, and you finally get to the point where it's like enough is enough. Because I think I've been to that point where it's like we have to let go of we're disrespecting ourselves and lowering our boundaries to allow this behavior to occur. Like you're just betraying yourself. So ultimately it's a you thing. You allow someone to cheat on you, it's a you thing. If you're cheating on somebody, it's a you thing. It is a you thing. You are running from, whether you want to call it childhood trauma, whether you want to call it something that's missing in your adult life, but for the most part, you're seeking validation from people who never earned it. And I think that's the biggest thing is you're seeking validation from somebody who's never even earned access to your heart, and you could be running from something so good, something so special, somebody who gives a shit about you, just to seek validation from somebody who's going to send one
like little thing
half-assed text message
that make you feel good at them,
or one night at a freaking Home Depot parking lot, just to get that dopamine hit. I have not been in Home Depot parking lot. I'm just using that as an example because so many times we look for that instant satisfaction, and then we're left, that individual who did the cheating, when they get home, they're like, oh my God.
Yeah, how does it feel?
Oh my God, that person does not give a shit about me.
Have you ever been in that situation where you literally and then just went home and sat on the couch and acted like everything's all right?
I mean, that's insane to me.
That's insane, right?
But it's the more so it's like you went out of your way to lie to your partner. You know how much work goes into cheating?
Well, I always say, like, I can't remember my own lies. Like, I have so much going on that I can't remember my lies. So, like, I really choose to never lie because like you just asked me, like that feeling, what goes into that, like how?
It takes so much work and effort.
Everything is a fucking lie.
And then once you do it, and I've
like
talked,
not using your credit card, making sure you're like. Now people have locations, FaceTime. Oh, yeah. You don't answer a FaceTime, behavioral pattern change.
How about having someone's location so you can cheat?
Oh God, what do you mean?
I'm just saying.
Say that again?
Having your partner's location so you can go do the dirt.
Oh goodness, I didn't even think of that. Just to make them feel like you're doing the right thing.
If we were in a relationship,
and we both have location.
I have your location, you don't have mine. It's to know where you're at so I can go do dirt.
Oh.
The shit that's out there today.
How do you do dirt if I have your location though?
No, you don't have mine. I have yours.
Oh, that happens? You're bugging.
Bro, let me tell you about the stuff that I've learned over the last 2 years.
You man can be like, give me your location, but you can't have mine?
I would never do. First of all, when I ask for your location, it's because I love you. I care for you. I want to make sure you're good.
I know
you know whose location I have? I have my sister. I have my daughter. I have my parents.
Yeah.
That's because if something happens, I need to listen. You know what I do for work? I need to be there. There's no. If I need to ask for your location while we're in a relationship, it's because I don't trust you. That relationship will never succeed. I promise you that.
Do you feel like you do it just for safety too?
For the most part,
it's
first of all, I'm not doing it.
It's not a control thing.
No, because I don't want to be in a relationship where I have to know where you're at.
Right.
I need to trust you.
I agree.
If I don't trust you and I need your location, because guess what? A cheater will cheat no matter whether you have your location or not. Because they'll do it at work. They'll tell you they're going to dinner with their friends. In reality, they're in the parking lot with somebody else.
100%.
When they're on vacation, they're not on vacation with their friends. They're on vacation with their side piece. So I need to trust you, not have your location. It's not about that. It's about I need to make sure you're safe.
100%.
I can't do the location because I'm worried you're cheating on me. That relationship is long gone.
That gave me so much anxiety. Like I've been there and I'm like, I'd rather not have a location than like I was spending more time checking that thing than I was like even like no way.
You know what it is?
I'd rather not have it.
I want like authentic.
Like, how about when you have a location of your partner and you just don't look at it? Like, how good is that feeling?
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world because it's like I don't need to worry about what they're doing behind my back.
And you do it just to see how long it take, where they're at on their way to your house or whatever.
Have you ever questioned your partner just because you just had a general concern and they flipped it on you and got so angry
and shut the location off?
Yes, but also. Internally, I'm like, you're like, why did you just get so angry? I'm just asking you a question.
Oh yeah.
Now you know something's up.
That's deflecting.
Right. Now you know something's up.
Oh yeah, something's immediately up.
So like when you talk about all this stuff and cheating and like, is it a narcissistic behavior? Is cheating a narcissistic behavior? Would you say so? 100%. 100%. And everything that comes with it.
Do you think it's like almost like an addiction for some?
1,000%.
Like people, like you see like 50-year-old men or women still doing it. And they've been doing it their whole life. It's like you could shake it, right?
Correct.
But you're just like addicted to like the thrill.
Addicted to the thrill, to the temporary dopamine hit, to the variety that could be out there. Because like we said, not cheating is a choice. Not cheating is a choice. And when you do, you lack empathy, you lack respect, you lack personal accountability, you lack self-respect.
You lack everything in a fucking person that I despise,
Correct.
Actually. Like, don't even come near me.
Oh, get
if
mad.
You're a friend
get
like
mad,
that,
get mad.
If you're a fucking my part, like you lack everything that I want in a human being that's even in my surroundings.
Get mad.
I don't even want friends like that.
I know. I found myself in
of all those things you just listed.
I found myself in a position where it was like, how do I give up on somebody that I truly care about? Because when you are together and you see the good in them, and then it's like, how do you give up on somebody that you actually love? And we've done it, right?
We've done it, right?
And
I've done it.
I've got to let you go because I do love you, but I love me more. I have more respect for myself.
You're not happy.
No. And listen, I'm 38 years old. I don't have time to be wasting on somebody who doesn't even love themselves.
Let's pause for a minute and flip this on us on a different side. If you're a friend and you see your friend cheating, now let's talk about that. How are you as a friend to that friend? Like because that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it and I've been there.
Well, I think I've had these conversations.
Or sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. There's two sides. You know your boy's doing it. You know he's cheating on it, and you guys go to barbecues together. Or what about when you caught your friend getting cheated on by somebody that you don't even know, right? And do you tell your friend?
100%. 1,000%. I'm telling my friend. And I also, like you said, I've been trying to be better about the people who I surround myself with, because the people who you surround yourself with is who you are. So if you're surrounding yourself with cheaters and liars and whatever the case may be, that's who you then become, whether you are that or not, because that's how people will perceive you. Oh, that dude's hanging out with this dude and he's been cheating on his girl
we got in a couple fights about this.
Of course, that's okay. Of course we did, because you challenged me, and I like that. Being challenged about who you surround yourself with is what a true friend really does, And if I were to see my friend, and maybe my friends may not appreciate this, but I think your true friends will. If I were to see my friend stepping outside of the boundaries, I probably would have a private conversation with them, because not to tell them what to do, but to remind them of what they have. And like, before you make a crazy mistake, think about the outcome of that. Yeah. And I think that goes both ways, because
like you would hope.
Think about how you would feel if you were the one being cheated on.
Oh my God.
And nobody does that, No. And people always operate in a vacuum, and it's like things happen. And no, we are adults. We make decisions. And in the situation that I was in, this person's friend had told them, we're not in college anymore. You have to figure your life out, because these are real world consequences that will hurt somebody, And being a parent, I think, is even more so. I don't want to surround myself with people or a partner who is not going to be a good role model for my daughter. That's just not who I am, And I had to live with the fact that, I was with a girl who was really good for me, and I'm the one that put that in a bad spot, and she was a great role model to my daughter, and still is. I had to learn from that, which is half the reason why I'm here, because I'm not going to throw stones. I was there at one point, So when you look at cheating and gaslighting, and at what point do you grow up?
Yeah.
50, 20, 25. It's not an age thing, I don't think.
No.
It's when you recognize personal accountability, self-respect, loyalty, honor, integrity mean more than 45 seconds of happiness, 10 minutes of happiness.
Yeah.
1 month of a dopamine hit. When you recognize that respecting yourself means more than the temporary satisfactions you get from cheating, I think that's when you grow up.
I don't think a lot of people figure that out, though. I really don't.
No, because
I really think people love to live life like in the definition of insanity, doing the same thing and expecting a different fucking result.
I mean, I've seen the best manipulators tell the sweetest words. I've seen the most honest eyes tell the biggest lies. I've seen so much crazy stuff where like
the corruption.
You have just the worst intentions and you don't even realize it. You can look at me and tell me one thing and then a day later do another. What? So how do we grow up from that? How do we learn from that? How do we make sure that we don't put ourselves in that? And I would say to round this out is like, when you find yourself either being cheated on or you have that internal sixth sense that something's happening, don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Don't be afraid to communicate with your partner and share those feelings. And if there's a defense mechanism over there, maybe dive into that a little bit. Because somebody who's truly not cheating will be like—
because that's the gaslighting.
Right. And somebody who's truly not cheating will be like, listen, babe, I understand your concerns. They're valid. But let's talk through this. Maybe this is why you're feeling this way.
It goes to this quote: you can't heal what you are still pretending didn't hurt.
What more can you say besides that? You know? So, I mean, at some point you have to turn the page, you know? At some point you have to let go of what you might have been fighting for, and minimizing yourself and not giving yourself the respect that you deserve, especially once you've healed to earn that.
And it goes, guys, like we said, the behavioral stuff. It's really, you have to just focus on that and that only. Not focus on what they're saying, not focus on what they're doing or they're not doing. You'll know by their behavior.
Correct.
In anything.
Correct.
Not just cheating, not just growing the hell up or ghosting, like all the things that we're talking about. It really goes based off of their behavioral patterns. I really believe that.
Don't ignore them. Mm-hmm. Don't run from them. And honestly, like the last 3 episodes have touched on a lot of topics. And I think the last one or the 4th one is going to like close it out. We're going to go from cheating, ghosting, and growing the hell up to episode 4, which is healing out loud and what we now know. And I think that episode will be able to round out, you know, the first 3 on what we learned, where we are now, and how do we move forward in the future.
Yep. Which isn't easy. And we hope it helps you guys.
All right. We'll see you next episode, Healing Out Loud, what we now know. Thank you guys, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.